It is 11:45 p.m. You've had a long day. Your teeth are brushed, your phone is plugged in, and your eyes are heavy. You close your eyes, ready to drift into a peaceful, empty sleep. But then, out of nowhere, a light switches on in the dark. Suddenly, your brain forces you to watch a high-definition replay of that time in 2021 when you accidentally said "you too" to the waiter who told you to enjoy your meal. Your heart rate spikes, your stomach twists. You are physically warm with embarrassment for a version of you that doesn't even exist anymore. Why does your brain do this? Why does it wait until the exact moment you try to rest to torture you with your worst hits? The answer isn't that you're broken. It's actually a brilliant, yet highly annoying, survival mechanism. To understand why this happens at night, we have to look at how your brain manages data. During the day, you have what psychologists call a high cognitive load. You are answering emails, navigating traffic, scrolling social media, and deciding what to eat. Your brain is running its task-positive network. It is so busy processing the outside world that it literally closes the gate on your internal thoughts. It's too busy surviving the day to worry about the past. But when you lie down in a dark, silent room, that external data stream drops to zero. With nothing left to process, your brain switches tracks. It boots up the default mode network, or the DMN. The DMN is your brain's inward-facing system. It is responsible for daydreaming, thinking about the future, and, most importantly, processing your autobiography. Without the noise of the daylight world to drown it out, your past memories finally get their turn on the microphone. But why are these midnight memories always cringy? Why doesn't your brain replay the time you got an A on a test or made a great joke at lunch? For that, we have to travel back thousands of years. To our early ancestors, being part of a tribe wasn't just nice. It was a literal matter of life and death. If you were cast out of the tribe, you couldn't hunt, you couldn't gather, and you would not survive. Because of this, human brains evolved a hypersensitivity to social mistakes. To your brain, a social slip-up, like saying the wrong thing or acting weird, is a direct threat to your survival. Neurologically, your brain processes social rejection in the exact same region it processes physical pain. Your brain treats cringe with the exact same urgency as it treats touching a hot stove. It wants to make absolutely sure you never, ever do it again. When you sleep, your brain performs a process called memory consolidation. It acts like a digital archiver, sorting through your experiences, deciding what to store in long-term memory and what to delete. But here's the glitch, the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished tasks. If a memory feels unresolved, meaning you still feel shame, confusion, or regret about it, your brain refuses to file it away. It flags it as an open loop. By throwing that cringy memory onto your mental screen at 2 a.m., your brain is actually trying to solve a problem. It's asking, have we learned our lesson from this yet, so I can finally close this file? So, how do you stop your brain from playing these late-night horror movies of your past? Since your brain is desperately trying to close an unresolved loop, you have to help it finish the job. First, try the brain dump. Keep a physical notepad by your bed. When a cringy memory pops up, physically write it down. Writing forces your brain to convert chaotic, emotional thoughts into structured, linear language. It tells your brain, I have documented this. It is safe to file away now. Second, apply a dose of active reframing. When the cringe hits, say to yourself out loud, the fact that I feel embarrassed by this means I have grown as a person. I am not that same version of myself anymore. Give your brain the closure it is begging for. Stamp the file as resolved and watch the loop finally close. Thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then tell it you've got it covered from here. If this video helped you understand your midnight brain glitches, share it with someone who is probably lying awake right now, overthinking something they said in 2018.